Picture this. Deep beneath the waves, where sunlight struggles to reach, a city glows. It's not made of steel or concrete. It is built from living coral, pulsing with soft, rhythmic light. Swimming through its archways are beings from our oldest stories, Merfolk. But these are not the simple sea dwellers of fairy tales. Their powerful tales shimmer with intricate patterns, like circuit boards woven from light. These are bioluminescent circuits, powered by the strange and wonderful rules of quantum mechanics. Imagine a world where ancient myths are not just stories, but a living, breathing reality, enhanced by the most advanced technology we can conceive. A place where the whispers of the ocean and the hum of quantum computers are one and the same. This vision invites us to ask a profound question. Can two seemingly opposite worlds truly merge? Can the ancient wisdom of a species deeply connected to the ocean's rhythms coexist with the cold, hard logic of technology? We often see nature and technology as separate, even opposing forces. One is born of slow, evolutionary time. The other is a product of human ingenuity, rapidly changing our world. Yet, in this underwater realm, they are not in conflict. Instead, they have formed a unique symbiosis. The Merfolk's deep connection to the ocean is not replaced by technology. It is amplified by it, creating a civilization that is both profoundly old and dazzlingly new. This essay is a journey into that very idea. We will explore how primordial consciousness, the kind of awareness born from eons of living as one with the planet, might evolve when it encounters the limitless potential of technology. What happens when the soul of a myth is given the tools of the future? We will dive into the deep sea of imagination and science, exploring a world where the lines between magic and physics blur. This is not just a fantasy. It is a thought experiment about our own future, about the choices we will make as our technology becomes ever more powerful and integrated into our lives and our very biology. Let's set aside the merfolk of children's stories, the ones who sing on rocks and long for the human world. Instead, let us envision a species that never needed our world because they were busy building their own. These merfolk are masters of their domain, the vast, unexplored frontier of Earth's oceans. Their society is built on a deep understanding of marine biology, hydrodynamics, and the delicate balance of their ecosystem. Their technology is not imposed upon their environment, but grown from it. It is a future where evolution and invention are no longer separate paths, but have merged into a single powerful current, carrying this mythical civilization toward an unknown but brilliant destiny. At the heart of this glowing, underwater world lies a fascinating paradox. How can a culture rooted in ancient mystical beliefs embrace the rigorous logic of science and artificial intelligence? Myth is often born from the things we cannot explain, from the mysteries of the cosmos and the depths of the sea. Science, on the other hand, is a tool we use to systematically unravel those very mysteries, replacing wonder with understanding. It would seem that as one grows, the other must recede. But what if that's a limited human way of looking at it? What if, for the merfolk, science is not a destroyer of myths, but a new language to describe them? Consider their origins. The merfolk's history is not written in books, but is encoded in the songs of whales, the patterns of ocean currents, and the genetic memory of the sea itself. Their beliefs are tied to the interconnectedness of all life in the ocean, a spiritual understanding that every creature, from the smallest plankton to the largest leviathan, is part of a single, conscious whole. This worldview seems mystical to us. Yet when they discovered the principles of quantum mechanics, they didn't see a contradiction. They saw a confirmation. The scientific concept of quantum entanglement, where particles can be linked across vast distances, was simply a new name for the ancient connection they had always felt with their world. This blending of old and new creates a unique cultural fabric. The AIs are not just cold, calculating machines. They are integrated into the living coral of their cities, learning from the biological rhythms of the reef. Their quantum computers don't just solve complex equations, they are used to predict ocean weather patterns by interpreting the language of the water itself, a language the Merfolk have understood intuitively for millennia. For them, technology is a bridge. It connects their ancient intuitive knowledge with the precise, verifiable data of science, making both stronger. Their myths provide the why, and their technology provides the how. This synthesis challenges our own assumptions about progress. We often chase technological advancement as an end in itself, sometimes forgetting the wisdom of our own past or the natural world we are a part of. The Merfolk offer a different model. They show that it's possible to innovate without losing your identity, to build a future without paving over your past. Their society is a testament to the idea that true advancement is not about choosing between nature and technology, or between spirit and science. It is about weaving them together into something stronger, more resilient, and more beautiful than either could be alone. To truly understand this quantum mythology, we must first update our image of the Merfolk themselves. Forget the helpless, romanticized figures from folklore. The Merfolk of this future are not defined by a longing for land, but by their mastery of the sea. They are beings whose biology has not only adapted to the crushing pressures and profound darkness of the deep ocean, but has also been enhanced by their own technological ingenuity. Their bodies are a perfect fusion of organic evolution and deliberate bioengineering, a living example of their philosophy that nature and technology are partners, not rivals. Their most striking feature, the powerful, fish-like tail, is far more than a simple tool for propulsion. It is a complex sensory organ and a biological computer. The bioluminescent circuits that flicker beneath their scales are not just for show. They are part of a sophisticated system that processes information from the surrounding water, detecting subtle changes in pressure, temperature, and electromagnetic fields. This allows a merperson to feel the shape of the ocean around them, to sense a predator approaching from a kilometer away, or to navigate through complex cave systems in total darkness with the grace of a dancer. Their connection to the ocean is both natural and digital. This technological integration extends to their very minds. Through subtle genetic enhancements, they have developed the ability to interface directly with their technology. They don't type on keyboards or speak to voice assistants. Instead, they can mentally access the data streams flowing through their coral cities, communicate with each other telepathically over short distances, or monitor the health of their aquatic farms with a single thought. This is not a cold, robotic existence. It feels as natural to them as breathing does to us. Their technology is an extension of their senses, a new layer of perception that deepens their connection to their environment. This reimagining forces us to see the Merfolk not as magical creatures, but as an advanced scientific society that took a different evolutionary path. Their deep respect for the ocean was not a barrier to progress, it was the catalyst for it. They looked at the challenges of deep-sea living, the pressure, the darkness, the cold, and they didn't just adapt. They innovated. They used their understanding of biology and physics to become something more, something that is both perfectly in tune with nature and empowered by technology. They are the ultimate marine biologists, oceanographers, and engineers, all rolled into one graceful, glowing form. The ancient human myth of Atlantis speaks of a magnificent island civilization with advanced wisdom and technology that sank beneath the waves. For centuries, we have searched for this lost city, seeing it as a symbol of a forgotten golden age. But perhaps we've been looking in the wrong place or in the wrong way. The idea of an advanced underwater society is no longer just the stuff of legend. Modern science is beginning to show us that such a world, while challenging, is theoretically possible. The Merfolk's quantum cities are, in a sense, the scientific realization of the Atlantis myth. Consider the challenges. Building a city underwater requires solving immense problems of pressure, resource management, and energy production. Ancient stories imagined magic or divine power as the solution. Today, we can imagine scientific ones. Material science could lead to bio-integrated structures that can withstand deep-sea pressure. Sustainable aquaculture and hydroponics could provide food. And for energy, the ocean itself offers endless possibilities, from thermal vents to tidal currents. The Merfolk civilization shows how these scientific concepts could be put into practice, creating a truly self-sufficient society far from the sunlit surface world. The parallels extend beyond just the engineering. The legend of Atlantis often describes its people as having a deeper spiritual wisdom or a different kind of consciousness. This aligns beautifully with modern scientific theories that are pushing the boundaries of our understanding. Quantum mechanics, with its strange concepts of entanglement and non-locality, suggests that reality is far more interconnected than it appears. The Merfolk, living in a world where these principles are a part of their daily technology and biology, would naturally develop a worldview that reflects this deep interconnectedness. A worldview that might seem like mystical wisdom to an outsider. So in a way, the Merfolk have built Atlantis, but they didn't find it. They created it. They took the dream of a perfect advanced society and made it real by applying the principles of science to their unique environment. Their world connects the dots between our most enduring myths and our most ambitious scientific goals. It shows us that the desire for a better, more harmonious way of living, the core theme of the Atlantis story, is a powerful driver of innovation. The legend was not a memory of the past, but a prophecy for a future we are only now beginning to imagine. The cities of the Merfolk are masterpieces of bioarchitecture, a perfect marriage of nature's design and quantum technology. They're not built, but grown. Using advanced genetic engineering, the Merfolk guide the growth of vast coral formations into breathtaking structures, towers that spiral towards the dark abyss, and plazas that pulse with a gentle, living light. This coral isn't just a building material, it's the city's infrastructure, its power grid, and its central nervous system all in one. It is, honestly, a living, thinking ecosystem that supports the entire civilization. Woven into the very DNA of this coral are the components of a massive quantum computer. Instead of silicon chips and wires, the Merfolk use specialized biological molecules that can maintain quantum states. These quantum processors are an integral part of the coral's structure, allowing the city itself to perform calculations at an unimaginable speed. The entire city functions as a single distributed network, managing everything from atmospheric recycling and water purification to the flow of information and energy. The city is alive, and it is intelligent, working in perfect harmony with its inhabitants. This living infrastructure is fundamentally sustainable. The city heals itself, constantly repairing and expanding. It draws its energy directly from the ocean, using geothermal vents on the seafloor and the subtle chemical gradients in the water. Waste products from the city's inhabitants are broken down and repurposed by specialized bacteria living within the coral, creating a perfectly closed loop system. This is not just a green city, it's a city that is an active, positive part of its environment. It functions less like a machine and more like a natural reef, a vibrant hub of life that supports and enriches the surrounding ocean. For the Merfolk, there is no separation between home and technology. They live inside the very technology that sustains them. The light that illuminates their homes is generated by the coral walls. The information they access flows through the living network around them. This creates a profound sense of place and belonging. Their world is a constant reminder of their core philosophy, that technology should not dominate nature, but integrate with it seamlessly. Their cities are not just places to live, they are partners in living, a beautiful and powerful expression of a civilization in balance with its world. In the crushing darkness of the deep ocean, light is life. For the Merfolk, light is also information, art, and power. Their entire civilization is illuminated by bioluminescence, a cold, chemical light produced by living organisms. But, this is not the simple glow of a firefly. It is a highly advanced and controlled technology, engineered to meet the complex needs of their society. The shimmering circuits on their tails, the gentle pulse of their coral cities, and the radiant art that adorns their public spaces are all powered by this clean, efficient, and beautiful energy source. This bioluminescent grid is powered by the city's quantum core. The living coral network carefully manages the distribution of energy-rich compounds to specialized light-producing cells, or photosites, embedded throughout the city's structure. By manipulating these cells at a quantum level, the city can control the color, intensity, and frequency of the light with incredible precision. This allows for more than just illumination. The light itself can be used to transmit data, creating a citywide optical communication network that is faster and more secure than any radio wave system. A flicker of light in a corridor could be carrying a library's worth of information. This technology has also transformed their relationship with the natural world. The Merfolk have learned to communicate with other bioluminescent creatures of the deep. They can replicate the complex light patterns of a school of lanternfish or the hypnotic display of a giant squid. This allows them to speak with the ocean's native inhabitants, to warn them of danger, guide them to new feeding grounds, or simply coexist in a shared language of light. Their technology has not isolated them from nature. It has allowed them to participate in the ocean's ancient conversation in a deeper, more meaningful way. Ultimately, the Merfolk's use of bioluminescence is a powerful symbol of their entire philosophy. They took a process that nature had already perfected, and through science, elevated it into something more. Their light is both natural and artificial, a source of energy that is also a medium for art and communication. It proves that progress does not have to be fueled by burning things or splitting atoms. It can be powered by the quiet, elegant chemistry of life itself. In the deep, dark ocean, the Merfolk have not just found a way to make light, they have become the light. How would it feel to perceive the world as the Merfolk do? Their senses are not limited to sight, sound, and touch as we know them. Their reality is a rich tapestry woven from both the physical world and a constant flowing stream of digital information. When a merperson swims through their city, they feel the water pressure on their skin, see the glow of the coral walls, and hear the distant songs of whales. But they also perceive much more. They are connected to the city's living network, an invisible layer of data that is as real to them as the water itself. This connection is seamless and intuitive. They can feel the health of the coral in the walls around them, sensing its metabolic rate and energy consumption as a warm, background hum. They can access public information streams with a simple act of will, instantly knowing the weather forecast for the upper currents or the day's news. When they meet another merperson, they perceive not just their physical form, but also a subtle aura of shared public data. Their name, their profession, and their current status, all communicated through a gentle, subconscious exchange of information via the personal bioluminescent circuits in their tails. This blended reality changes the very nature of interaction. A teacher could transmit a complex lesson in marine biology directly into the minds of their students, not as dry facts, but as a full sensory experience. A team of engineers repairing a section of the city could share a single, unified view of the problem, seeing through each other's eyes and coordinating their actions with perfect synchronicity. Art would transcend the visual, becoming a shared emotional and sensory experience projected directly from the artist's mind into the network for others to feel. Life becomes a constant collaborative experience. Yet this hyper-connected existence is not overwhelming. The Merfolk have evolved the mental capacity to process this constant flow of information, filtering it as naturally as we filter out background noise. They can choose to disconnect, to retreat into the silence of their own minds, or the pure, undigitized wilderness of the open ocean. Their perception is a choice. They can exist purely in the physical world, or they can open their senses to the vast, digital ocean of data that surrounds them. They are masters of their own reality, navigating between the natural and the digital, with a grace that we can only begin to imagine. The most profound aspect of Merfolk society is the emergence of a collective consciousness, a shared mental space born from their technology and their innate connection to the ocean. Ancient human beliefs often speak of a universal spirit or a web of life that connects all things. The Merfolk have taken this spiritual concept and given it a physical, scientific basis through quantum entanglement. Their minds, linked through the city's quantum network and their own enhanced biology, can achieve a state of temporary, shared awareness. This is not a hive mind where individuality is lost. It is more like a deep empathetic resonance. Thoughts, emotions, and ideas can ripple across the community, not as words, but as pure feeling and understanding. During a community gathering or a moment of crisis, the Merfolk can choose to sync their minds, creating a collective intelligence that is far greater than the sum of its parts. They can solve problems, make decisions, and create art as a single, unified consciousness. Imagine a debate where every point of view is not just heard, but fully understood and felt by everyone involved. Imagine the power of a shared joy or a collective grief. This collective quantum mind raises fascinating questions about identity and free will. Where does the individual end and the collective begin? A merperson is always I, but they are also, at any time, capable of becoming part of a we in the most literal sense. This duality is central to their identity. They value their individual thoughts and experiences, yet they also cherish the moments of profound connection when they merge with the collective. Free will is not about absolute independence, but about the choice to connect. The ultimate freedom, for them, is the freedom to share one's consciousness with others. This concept challenges our deeply ingrained human focus on the individual. We often see the self as an isolated fortress to be defended. The Merfolk see the self as a node in a network, strongest when it is connected. Their collective mind is the ultimate expression of empathy, a technological means of achieving a spiritual goal, true understanding of one another. It suggests that consciousness may not be something that is confined to a single brain, but something that can be shared, expanded, and explored together. It is the scientific manifestation of the ancient mystical idea that we are all one. The world of the quantum Merfolk, glowing in the deep ocean, challenges us to look at our own world differently. It forces us to question the rigid lines we draw between what is natural and what is artificial. Is a city grown from genetically engineered coral any less natural than a beaver's dam? Is a consciousness that can share itself through a quantum network any less real than one confined to a single skull? The Merfolk's civilization suggests that technology does not have to be a force that separates us from nature, but can be a tool to integrate with it more deeply. Their story is a mirror reflecting our own potential future. As our technology becomes more powerful, we will face similar choices. We are already beginning to merge biology and machine with advanced prosthetics, neural interfaces, and genetic engineering. Will we use these tools to build a future that is more connected to our planet, or one that is more isolated from it? The Merfolk chose to model their technology on the principles of life and ecosystems, creating a sustainable, balanced world. They show us that the path of progress does not have to lead to concrete jungles and polluted skies. Could humanity ever achieve such a synthesis of myth and machine? Our oldest stories are filled with dreams of harmony with nature, of deeper connections with each other, and of transcending our physical limits. For millennia, these were the realms of spirituality and mythology. Now science and technology are beginning to give us the tools to potentially make those dreams a reality. Perhaps our own future lies not in discarding our ancient myths, but in using our new science to understand the truths they hold and to build a world that embodies them. Ultimately, the tale of the quantum merfolk is an invitation. It invites us to be imaginative, to think beyond the limits of what is, and to dream of what could be. It asks us to consider that the future of humanity might not be a choice between a return to nature or a leap into a sterile technological world. The most exciting path, the most hopeful future, may be one where we learn to weave them together. We can blend the wisdom of our oldest stories with the power of our newest tools, and in doing so, perhaps we too can learn to build a better, more connected, and more radiant world.